The White House right now is caught in a crisis of their own making. More than anything, they want a ceasefire deal in Gaza for political purposes, and it's understandable. They're on record saying Israel has made and agreed to a number of, in their words, generous proposals. But they are so desperate, President Biden blamed Prime Minister Netanyahu for not doing enough and effectively blamed Israel for the execution of their own hostages. All this got exposed today at the briefing when Niall Stanage of The Hill asked what exactly the Israelis need to be doing.
Why did it take him more than 6 months to reach that conclusion?
Conclusion? What conclusion?
That Prime Minister Netanyahu isn't doing enough to get a ceasefire.
The president wants this ceasefire. The president knows that in order to get this ceasefire, it requires leadership. It requires compromise. And it requires a common understanding of exactly how this ceasefire is going to benefit the people of Israel and the people of Gaza.
Niall Stanage is here, White House columnist for our partners at The Hill. Welcome back, my friend. Thank you. What were you trying to get at with that question?
Well, what I was trying to get at, I think, is frankly the opposite point that you may be trying to get at. I consider the White House to have been too rose-tinted in the way it has looked at Prime Minister Netanyahu's willingness to get a deal. I don't think he has shown any particular willingness to do that at all.
Why has there not been any questions, comments, even discussion of if it is Hamas that's not doing enough to get a deal?
Well, I mean, I think nobody's... Where do you get the idea that people are being soft on Hamas? There is
Hamas can have a deal tomorrow. They say we're going to lay down our arms. We will no longer be a militant organization. We will no longer call for the destruction of the state of Israel. We're going to give back our hostages, and the war's over.
But is the war over? I mean, will Israel then stop fighting? Will Israel permit the Palestinians of the Gaza Strip to have a government of their choosing?
They did that. They did that in 2005 and 2007.
Then they imposed
only after Hamas started launching rockets at them. Again, if Hamas demilitarized in a verifiable way, you don't think there'd be a ceasefire?
I'm not. What do you mean by demilitarized?
I mean, they gave up all of the weapons they used to fire on and kill Israelis.
Well, I mean, would Israel then remove itself from the West Bank and permit the people of Gaza to elect a government of their own choice?
We're talking about Gaza.
Right.
You want a ceasefire in Gaza.
Right.
Okay, if Hamas laid down its weapons, gave up all of its weapons and said, we will demilitarize, we just want to be left alone in the Gaza Strip. Israel would say, and has offered to say, we're done. Thank you very much.
Some in the Israeli government have offered to say that, and some have said we'll reoccupy Gaza.
Right. No one's thinking they're going to reoccupy Gaza. Quit with the straw man thing.
This is said by members of the Israeli cabinet.
Okay, and there's the crazy things said by members of Congress. It doesn't mean Israel's policy has always been, if Hamas is willing to lay down its weapons, we're done. What's the issue?
The issue is that Israel has been in occupation of the West Bank and in the authority,
what does that have to do with
occupying
Gaza?
Power in Gaza, because those are the two constituent parts of a future Palestinian nation. And in Gaza, they have encircled Gaza for many, many years, blockaded Gaza, taken the tax revenues that would pay services for Gaza, and variously exhibited that kind of behavior.
Okay, I'll give you the last word. Hamas rejects ceasefire plans. April 29th, Antony Blinken calls for Hamas to accept a generous Israeli plan. May 31st, Biden says Israel agreed to a ceasefire plan. August 16th, Hamas again rejects plan. August 29th, Deputy Director of the CIA says the deal is in Hamas's hands. Why would Hamas accept a plan if it knows that the United States is going to push Benjamin Netanyahu to give them a better deal?
Well, I mean, it's up to Hamas and the Israelis to decide the deal, whatever that should happen to be. The question is, how do you get a reasonable peace between the two sides, right? So it's no point saying, why does Hamas not just give everything up and let the Israelis have what they want? That's not how
they just want to not be shot at.
Do they?
Yes.
I mean, I think that is part of what they want. I also think that what they want is to deny the Palestinians their legitimate right of self-determination.
Well, a conversation to be continued, as all of ours are, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.